you're not doing your job. You're doing something else entirely, and I can prove it. Pull up your calendar. Count the meetings. The average executive spends 23 hours per week in them. 23 hours of your week gone. Not strategizing, coordinating. Now, check your sent emails. Every status update, every just circling back, every FYI. Research shows knowledge workers burn 50% of their time just communicating, not creating, not solving, just being the glue between things that should connect themselves. You're not a professional. You're human middleware, a $100,000 USB cable between systems. And here's what should terrify you. USB cables just went wireless. MongoDB eliminated 150,000 hours of this exact work last year with AI. They didn't make meetings shorter. They deleted the need for meetings. They didn't write better emails. They eliminated email chains entirely. Do the math. What's your hourly rate? How many hours do you spend being middleware? Because that number, that's not your value. That's your expiration date. Every status update you write is training data. Every meeting you schedule is teaching AI your patterns. Every time you copy information from one system to another, you're creating the blueprint for your own elimination. Because here's what nobody's telling you. AI isn't coming for jobs. It's coming for the space between jobs, the coordination, the translation, the endless back and forth that we've accepted as just how work is. Rob Sado from Scoop Technologies calculated that coordination, just the act of getting people together, costs organizations $29,000 per employee annually. But that's just meetings. When you add all the interface work, the number doubles. Right now, 44% of workers are secretly building automations without IT's permission. Workato reports a 500% increase in these shadow automations just this year. Your coworker who suddenly seems less busy, they didn't find a productivity hack. They automated you out of their workflow. Let me show you exactly what interface work looks like in your day. Example 1. The status update syndrome. You update the project in Asana, copy that update into Slack, paste it into the weekly report, email it to stakeholders, present it in the Monday meeting. That's the same information 5 times and zero value added. Pure interface work. Example 2. The data archaeology. Your boss asks you for numbers, you pull from Salesforce, export to Excel, cross-reference with Google Analytics, format into PowerPoint, email the deck, present it live, 6 hours to move numbers from where they live to where someone can see them. That's not analysis, that's interface work. Example 3, the calendar Tetris. When can we meet? Check 5 calendars, send availability, wait for responses, send new times, create the invite, add the agenda, send the reminder, 1 hour to coordinate a 30-minute meeting. You're not a professional, you're a scheduling algorithm with anxiety. Now watch what this looks like at scale. MongoDB eliminated 150,000 hours, not of coding, but of coordinating. Uber saved $10 million, not from driving, but from invoice processing and financial coordination. Toyota cut 10,000 hours, not from manufacturing, but from factory floor reporting. The pattern is obvious once you see it. Every single one. They didn't optimize interface work. They deleted it. Here's the mental model that changes everything. Every task in your organization falls into one of 3 categories. Type 1, value creation. This is the real work, writing code that solves problems, designing products that customers love, making strategic decisions or creating content, building relationship. If it directly makes money or serves customers, it's value creation. Type 2, operational work. Necessary evils, compliance, quality control, core processes that keep the lights on. You can optimize these, but you can't eliminate them. And type 3, interface work. Everything else, every email updating someone, every meeting to share information, every time you move data from system A to system B, every translation between departments, every coordination point between tools that don't talk. Here's the brutal truth. Interface work has eaten the other two. And we let it happen because we confused being busy with being valuable. Test it yourself. Track your next hour. Put every task into one of these 3 buckets. I guarantee over half lands in type 3. That percentage, that's your expiration date. But here's what the winners are doing differently. They're not optimizing their interface work. They're eliminating it systematically. Let's look at a case study, the MongoDB method. MongoDB had engineers spending hours updating ticket statuses across systems. The solution? They built automations that detect code commits and update every system automatically. No human middleware needed. 150,000 hours returned to actual engineering. Let's look at another case study, the Uber elimination. Uber's finance team was drowning in invoice reconciliation. Matching receipts, updating systems, confirming payments. They automated the entire chain. Now, invoices process themselves, verify themselves, and only escalate true exceptions. $10 million saved. Let's look at a personal transformation. Let me paint you a picture of what's possible. Imagine a product manager, let's call her Sarah, who tracks her time and discovers 65% is interface work. She spends one weekend learning basic automation tools like Zapier. She builds 5 simple automations. Slack updates that post automatically from her project tool, meetings that distribute themselves, status reports that generate from live data, and calendar that blocks itself for deep work, and emails that draft themselves from templates. This is what's possible. In 18 months, someone like Sarah wouldn't just be more productive. She'd be operating on a completely different level. Not because she worked harder, because she stopped being middleware and started creating value. Tomorrow, do this audit. It will change how you see your job forever. Step 1, the hour track. For 1 hour, write down every single thing you do, every email, every click, every update, and be ruthless about capturing it all. Step 2, the 3-bucket sort. Put each task into one of 3 categories. Be honest. That strategic planning meeting, if you're just sharing updates, it's interface work. Step 3, the elimination question. For every type 3 task, ask, what would need to be true for this not to exist? Not to be faster, not to be easier, to not exist at all. Step 4, the automation hit list. Pick your top 3 interface work tasks. These are your first automation targets. Start with one that annoys you most. Emotion is energy. You have 2 futures. Only one leads to survival. Future 1. Keep optimizing your interface work. Get better in email. Master every project management tool. Become the world's best human middleware. Watch AI do it better, faster, cheaper, fade away. Future 2. Start operating below the interface. Learn to speak directly to APIs. Build systems that run themselves. Create value without coordination. Become the architect of automated workflows. The professionals winning right now, they're ghosts in their own organizations. Invisible because they automated their visibility. Their work speaks for itself because they programmed it to. 85% of Fortune 500 companies are already doing this at scale. They're seeing 3.7x returns because they're not making work efficient, they're making work disappear. Now, if this made you angry, good. Comment your interface work percentage below. I bet it's over 50%. If you're ready to think differently about work, subscribe. This channel sits at the intersection of business strategy, AI capabilities, and personal development. No hype, no 10x your productivity nonsense, just clear thinking about how high performers can navigate the massive shifts happening right now. We'll cover how AI actually changes your industry, how to build systems that multiply your impact, how to develop the judgment that AI can't replace, real frameworks for real professionals who need to stay ahead without the bullshit. But here's my question. What's the most soul-crushing piece of interface work you do? The thing that makes you question your degree? Drop it below. Your struggles shape what we explore next. Because tomorrow morning, you wake up with a choice. Open Slack and email, or open the tools that will replace them. Stop being the API and start being the architect before someone else architects you out of existence.